American Pickers star Mike Wolfe kisses girlfriend Leticia Cline outside of his Tennessee bike shop in sweet PDA moment. In exclusive photos obtained by the U.S. Sun, Mike could be seen touring his many properties in Columbia, Tennessee, with his girlfriend and a group of friends on Wednesday, April 24. The group walked around the town before hanging out at Mike's bike shop, Columbia Motor Alley. Mike wore a black t-shirt and jeans, with a Harley-Davidson hat for the outing, while Leticia looked cozy in a matching black sweater and sweatpants with a yellow cap. At one point, Leticia walked over to her car, holding a sign to put in her trunk. Mike then came over and put his arms around her as he gave her a passionate kiss goodbye. The two shared kisses before Leticia headed home to Cave City, Kentucky, which is around a 2-hour drive from Columbia. Mike remained at the bike shop with his friends. Mike lives in the A-list area of Leapers Fork, Tennessee, in an over $1 million home, just 24 miles from Columbia. Mike and Leticia went public with their relationship in August 2021 during a trip to his hometown of LeClaire, Iowa, as the U.S. Sun obtained exclusive photos of the new romance. The couple often post together on social media. Leticia shared a 60th birthday tribute to her boyfriend on Instagram as she captioned a series of photos in November, miles and miles, and many more left to travel. Thank you for giving me the best view as we journey them together. Happy birthday, my love. Leticia often joins Mike and his co-stars Robbie Wolfe and John Jersey John Saleh on the road to film for American Pickers. They are currently filming on and off for the upcoming season of the History show, though she has never been featured on the hit series. Mike and Leticia do work together, though, as they recently teamed up for a partnership with Harley-Davidson. Mike was previously married to his ex-wife Jody, whom he shares daughter Charlie, 11, with. Jody filed for divorce in November 2020 after nearly 9 years of marriage. In court papers previously obtained by the U.S. Sun, Jody is listed as the primary residential parent of their 11-year-old daughter. Mike pays $2,100 a month in child support and provides medical and dental insurance to his daughter. Jody received over $6 million in the divorce from alimony and royalties. Mike has purchased 8 commercial properties in Columbia, Tennessee, just 46 miles from Nashville. The purchases have helped bring business and tourism to the once sleepy town. A source previously told the U.S. Sun the project is costing $93 million. The town is happy Mike is taking this on to help bring new life to Columbia. The properties include Columbia Motor Alley, Mike's 2 lanes vacation rental, a restaurant, and more. On a crisp autumn afternoon in Leapers Fork, Tennessee, the little town was buzzing with its usual charm. The picturesque village, nestled in rolling hills and framed by vibrant red and golden leaves, seemed like something out of a postcard. It was here, outside Mike Wolfe's antique archaeology bike shop, that a small but heartwarming moment unfolded, one that warmed the hearts of locals and fans alike. Mike Wolfe, the charismatic star of American Pickers, was known for his love of vintage treasures, the open road, and of course motorcycles. But on this particular day, his focus wasn't on rusty barn finds or rare memorabilia. It was on Leticia Cline, his stunning girlfriend. Leticia, a former model turned motorbike enthusiast and adventurer, matched Mike's energy in every way. Their shared passion for the road and nostalgia had blossomed into a romance that fans couldn't help but cheer for. The shop itself, a haven for those who loved all things vintage, sat at the end of a cobblestone path. Its large wooden doors were propped open, inviting customers to wander in and explore the eclectic treasures within. Outside, the air smelled of leather and gasoline, a mix that motorcycle enthusiasts might call perfume. A row of vintage bikes gleamed in the sunlight, perfectly restored and arranged like a gallery display. Leticia was already outside when Mike stepped out, her caramel blonde hair catching the light as she leaned casually against one of the motorcycles. Dressed in a pair of well-worn jeans, a leather jacket, and boots that looked like they'd seen more adventures than the average person, she exuded effortless cool. In her hands, she held a steaming cup of coffee from the cafe down the street. Mike approached, his easy smile breaking across his face as he took in the sight of her. "Caught you making my bike look good again," he teased, his voice carrying the slight gravelly warmth fans knew so well. Leticia laughed, the kind of laugh that was contagious and full of life. "Your bike looks good because it's mine now," she shot back, raising an eyebrow. They'd always had a playful dynamic, one that showcased how comfortable they were with each other. Whether it was in interviews, on Instagram posts, or during one of their shared adventures, their connection was undeniable. As they stood there chatting, customers wandered in and out of the shop, some sneaking glances at the couple. It wasn't every day you saw a reality TV star and his girlfriend sharing a moment in the middle of a quiet Tennessee town. Mike took Leticia's coffee from her hands and took a sip, pretending not to notice her mock glare. "You're lucky I like you," she quipped, crossing her arms but failing to hide her grin. "Lucky, huh?" Mike set the cup down on a nearby barrel, then turned back to her with a mischievous glint in his eye. "Come here." And then, without hesitation, he pulled her close. Their laughter faded as they melted into the kind of kiss that wasn't meant to show off or impress anyone. It was genuine, slow, and filled with affection, a moment that was theirs alone, despite the bustling world around them. A few bystanders froze, caught in the sweetness of the scene. One older woman nudged her husband and whispered, "Now that's love." When they finally broke apart, Leticia leaned her forehead against Mike's, her hands resting lightly on his chest. "You really know how to steal the spotlight, don't you?" she murmured, her voice soft but teasing. "I'm just following your lead," he replied, his fingers brushing a strand of hair from her face. The sound of a camera shutter brought them back to reality. A fan standing a few feet away had taken a photo, clearly unable to resist capturing the moment. Mike turned, not annoyed but amused, and waved at the fan. "Guess we made someone's day," he said to Leticia, who laughed again. The couple spent the rest of the afternoon outside the shop, chatting with visitors and locals who stopped by. Mike signed autographs and posed for photos, always gracious despite the constant requests. Leticia, meanwhile, charmed everyone with her quick wit and warm demeanor. It was clear that she and Mike were more than just a good-looking couple. They were a team, partners in both life and adventure. As the sun dipped lower in the sky, painting everything in hues of amber and pink, Mike and Leticia found themselves alone again, the crowd having dwindled. They sat on the steps of the shop, sharing stories and sipping on yet another cup of coffee. "You ever think about how we ended up here?" Mike asked, his gaze fixed on the horizon. Leticia nodded. "All the time. It's funny how life works, isn't it? I mean, who would have thought the guy digging through barns would meet the girl who races motorcycles and thinks old helmets are art?" Mike chuckled. "Sounds like a match made in heaven to me." Their conversation turned to plans for their next road trip, a journey they'd been dreaming about for weeks. Both had a love for the open road, the freedom that came with leaving everything behind, and seeing where the journey would take them. "We should head west," Leticia suggested. "Find some ghost towns, maybe stumble across something amazing." Mike nodded, his mind already racing with possibilities. "You always have the best ideas." As the evening settled in, the pair finally stood to leave. Mike locked up the shop, the heavy doors creaking as they shut. He turned to Leticia and offered his arm, a playful gesture that made her roll her eyes, but take it anyway. They walked down the cobblestone path together, disappearing into the soft glow of the streetlights. It was just another day in their life, filled with the kind of moments that might seem ordinary to some, but were extraordinary to them. And for those lucky enough to witness their sweet PDA moment outside the bike shop, it was a reminder that love, real, unapologetic love, was the greatest treasure of all.